So we're working on a few things right now. Got some stores that we're opening up, product research. Store that's doing pretty good right now, $700 a day averaging. Got another buddy over here working on some stuff. Team is working. Yo, before we start, check this out. Check out a little view of Brooklyn. If you look all the way over there, that's the Barclays Center. That's our stadium. Just showing you guys a quick little view of Brooklyn before we get things rolling here. All right, cool. So let's talk. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris Keys. Now check this out. Today I wanted to talk about a little thing. This is more like a general or basic subject on when it comes to Shopify drop shipping or just drop shipping business in general. I find a lot of newbies usually get into this moment of where it's not really a moment, but I want to say like as newbies, being that we're trying to figure things out, we're trying to understand how the whole Facebook ads work, how the whole Shopify drop shipping work. We're searching videos. We're searching videos on YouTube. We're trying to figure things out, and what happens is that we would then end up bumping into a lot of videos where people are showing how they're doing $100,000 a day or 10K days, and you would go on Instagram and there would be people showing how they're doing 5,000 a day and 10K days or 10K weeks. Then you'll be on Facebook and you'll see how somebody's doing $100,000 a month and all of that. So now what happens is that during that time, you end up developing like this mindset thinking that this is the type of results that you have to start making when you first start off on Shopify or drop shipping. You start feeling like this is the results that you have to get to. Like if you're not producing those results, then you kind of feel like you're a failure. Some people feel like, yo, Chris, man, once I start, if I could at least average $300 a day, I'll feel good. Like, and I would tell people, don't put those type of goals. I mean, it's okay to set, big goals for yourself. Of course, it's gonna keep you it's gonna push you harder. But at the same time, too, don't push those type of goals where it's gonna make you end up giving up, later on. It's like I said, we're trained to end up to think a certain way. So when we're not getting the results that we feel that we're supposed to be getting, and that's when we end up giving up. I tell people, just because if you see somebody who's averaging $5,000 a day or $10,000 a week or $100K a month, there's a lot of things that you need to understand behind that. First of all, I'm gonna tell you straight off, if somebody's doing 5K a day, $10,000 a week, they're not spending $20 or even $100 a day on Facebook ads or whatever it is. There's definitely a process. A lot of people don't know that people that's doing 100K months, sometimes, most times, is either they really have a good job to give them that fund for their business, or people are out here really getting business loans. People are getting legit business loans to be able, or personal loans to be able to fund their business. And when I'm talking about loans, I'm not talking about $1,000 to $2,000. We're talking about $10,000 plus in order to have a very secured store. Remember, at the end of the day, this is a business. If you feel that, and I know I talk about this in my videos before, I always say that if you feel like having $200-$300, you feel like, you're about to start making $1,000 by the next 2 weeks, don't set those type of goals for yourself, because that when it doesn't happen, or if you don't know what's the chances of that really happening, you're gonna end up giving up. You don't want to set yourself up for failure. So the thing is really understanding what you're getting yourself into. And another thing is, when I always talk about this, and I'm always gonna stress this, trying to figure it out by yourself. I would have, I would get on calls with clients where they end up getting frustrated. They'll end up getting frustrated and finally invest into a consulting call, either with me or whoever it is. But it's usually when they end up getting frustrated. That's when they finally say, okay, let me invest in someone that could help guide me. And one thing that I find out is that whatever strategy that they've been trying to use or whatever it is usually based on what they feel is supposed to be like the right way. It's either I would get stuff like, oh Chris, I had 100 people, 100 sessions inside of my store, 100 people come inside of my store, and I didn't get any sales. Is there something wrong? Or I would get stuff like, oh Chris, I don't know if it's my ad that's not working or whatever it is. And I would then ask them like, what is the strategy behind everything that you're doing? What is the strategy behind your ads? And they'll look at me like, what you mean, what's my strategy? And it will end up being like, oh, well, I seen a video that this person posted up on Facebook, so I tried it out too. And I'm like, okay, so when you finish testing it for those 3 days, what's next? I'm like, okay, scale it, like, stop trying to feel like, I understand there's some people who don't have the mindset to invest in yourself and invest in your business. And as a newbie, especially when you're new to business in general, you're gonna be afraid to take money out of your pocket. Like as a newbie, $5,000 a day sounds crazy. So you can't really picture yourself having to invest $2,000-$3,000 into someone or even a course, because not only you never done that before, or you never spent that type of money on anything before, but at the same time you're not looking at it like okay, this could potentially help me get things done a lot quicker, or at least help me understand what exactly I'm doing. I always tell people, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what exactly you're doing, you're gambling your money. You're gambling your money because you don't know what you're doing. If you understand the logic that's behind it, you're gonna find yourself gonna be able to relax a lot more. Because I always tell people, when it comes to just drop shipping stuff, your emotions, you wanna throw that under a rug. Lock it up in the chest, throw it in the ocean, that's it. You always wanna go based by the logics behind everything you're doing. The mindset is definitely the number one thing. I always tell people, listen, before you start anything, your mindset is number one. It's key number one. And number two, I urge you guys, like, find a mentor, get a mentor that can help guide you, so you won't have these panic attacks, so you won't keep on saying, hey man, I'm getting 100 people running through my site, but nobody's purchasing. Or is it a problem with my ads? Some people don't even know how to set up ads properly. You're going based on a 10-minute video that you've seen on YouTube, and 9 times out of 10, after that, you end up not getting the results that you get. And I will have people that done spent $500 on Facebook ads and only made 2 sales, or even $2,000 and make no sales. And this is based on them trying to figure it out by themselves. But if they would have just invested a little bit of something, trying to understand somebody else's strategy, things probably worked out. Another thing, I always keep on stressing that everybody uses their own individual strategy. The people that you see that's doing good. So you might approach me with a way that you're doing your ads based on whatever you was being taught by whoever, what other guru it is. And I might look at your ads and I don't understand what's going on, or at least that's not what I'm doing as well. So you have to at least stick to one person too. And the reason why I like doing these type of videos, because like I said, I understand like every day there's newbies that's being added to this niche, which is the drop shipping and online business. But a lot of people are not equipped with the basic knowledge before entering this business. So, this is one of the reasons why I just wanted to have this out there to at least help you guys understand the mindset behind it. Remember, you don't want to have any emotions. Throw that under the rug. Everything is with logics. Why are you setting up your ads this way? How long are you running your ads for? Why are you running your ads this long before you chop it off? How exactly are you setting up your ad sets? How exactly are you targeting your audience? You need to have some type of logics behind everything. Don't go based on how you feel. How's your store set up? Why does it look like that? Why do you have your products like this? Why is your description set up like that? There has to be some type of science behind everything. It can't go based on how you feel things are, because when you don't get the results that you feel that you should be getting and you don't get it, then you start feeling like, okay, this stuff is fake, it's a scam. Why is this store selling this same product that I'm promoting And when I'm not making sales, but the store look like it's making sales, you end up putting yourself in that mindset. You start drowning yourself until you finally, when you start gasping for air, then that's when you finally want to say, okay, you know what? Let me invest this $50 into this call, or $100, whatever it is, or let me invest this $300 into this course. You don't want to wait till the last minute to finally start doing things the right way. So I'm urging whoever's watching this video, do things the right way. Understand at least the basics of everything, so everything else could just fall in place and go smooth. So I hope whoever's watching this, you found some value from this video. Remember, guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see each other next time. And by the way, if you guys have any questions, go ahead, drop some stuff down below in the comment. And also, if anybody's interested in other stuff that I do, there should be some links down here as well. So go ahead, check it out. And like I said, we'll talk next time.
I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation.